Hello crypto fans, this is Crypto Inspector, and today we're gonna go through the last week crypto recap news. So let's hop in straight away, and there's amazing news with crypto adoption, starting with this news over here. By the way, all these news, they're gonna be in the description so you can deep dive and read them. So some estimate that the US government now holds 327,000 Bitcoin. Now that's quite a lot of money. As you can see here, the US government forfeited 127 Bitcoin from Zin, the head of Prince Group, an international criminal organized. So what does that mean? If governments, big governments like the America is actually holding a lot of money in Bitcoin reserves, it makes you basically wonder, like their debt is around 37 trillion, okay? And there's no way they're gonna cover it by printing money, if you know what I mean. So maybe it's a plan. I mean, 1 trillion is basically 1,000 billion, okay? So they're already having billions. So could this be a reason to basically cover their debt, like with Bitcoin and digital currency, like cryptocurrency basically, and Ethereum and all that? It could be. It does make sense. I mean, if you follow the news, crypto can cover the billions to trillions, and they could actually fix maybe their loans. I mean, that's one strategy. So that's another adoption point for the global world that more governments like America is holding in reserves. Let's jump into the next one. The US finally gets serious about digital assets. Can it catch up to Europe crypto regulations? As you know, Europe in the end of this month, in the end of this year, they're gonna have some serious regulations there, like MiCA and all that. As you see here, so the EU MiCA offered a unified framework while the US remains fragmented across agencies. Now, okay, let's get into reality. You can never control crypto, okay? But unfortunately, fortunately, whatever the case, there are people brainwashed, programmed that they want it to be legal so they can feel safe with all that. I mean, you can do crypto. If you check my YouTube channel, you can own crypto without any regulation. As much as they will try to control it, you cannot control a system that is self-sustained. However, it's good that there are regulations going on, and finally the fiat founders realize that you cannot control crypto. It took them a couple of years to realize this, but great job. I'm so happy you did realize that you cannot, and you need to embrace that. I'm happy when they get into digital assets so they can understand and learn what is blockchain, and then this will increase the crypto adoption, and people will say, okay, I can buy fiat, but then I can buy Bitcoin with the same way like I bought fiat, because you learned it from the people that brainwashed you. That's fine. So anyway, let's go back to the news. US is pushing their regulations. They're trying to check what EU is doing. They're trying to mimic them. You can get this in the description. It is good news. So regulations in the US is checking what Europe is doing, and they're trying to create some new laws. Now that's an interesting news here. Huobi, which is a huge exchange like Crypto.com and Binance, to launch a 1 billion Ethereum treasury. So they see something there about Ethereum, you know. That's a good point, you know, for long-term investments. If they're planning to launch a 1 billion digital asset treasury, that means this is a bull for Ethereum at some point, you know. So that's interesting news here. Let's jump into Japan. The samurai people, I love them. The samurai people, top banks join forces to issue first yen-pegged stablecoin. So they're there. They're there. More countries globally are actually embracing it and actually doing some development. So teamed up with issue stablecoin pegged to yen, they're gonna start to make their own country cryptocurrency. You know what I mean? And then this will help with the global adoption, and more people are gonna get into crypto, understand it, and it will bring us a more bull run and happier people. So great job there, slashing it with your katana. And let's continue for more Japan news. Waits allowing banks to hold Bitcoin and other cryptos. Finally, big countries like, you know, Japan, they're actually you know, allowing banks to hold cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and operate licensed crypto exchanges. So finally, as we see here and we read on a daily basis, more banks are embracing crypto and they're deploying it. And it's a matter of competition that which banks are gonna adopt it more, and they're gonna inspire and follow and get more into cryptocurrency. That is great news. Japan, let's continue with BNB heads to Coinbase listing following community debates over exchange rules. Now that is quite interesting. I saw that. It's quite good for BNB, and generally, you know, when you're a crypto exchange, you need to, it's a must in my opinion, to list the major cryptos, like the top 10 at least. If you don't have them, I don't know what you're doing. What kind of exchange are you? Why would I need to? So that's great news for BNB and Coinbase. It should bring some bull for Coinbase, and actually when recently crypto.com did it, I actually bought some BNBs from crypto.com. So it's something that will bring bull to BNB and a better crypto adoption. Let's continue to the next news here. 95% of corporate ETH buys happen in Q3. So another bull point. Why Tommy Lee, I think he was mentioning that Ethereum is gonna go high. This is one of the major news that why it could. If we see most corporations are seeing that Ethereum is a really interesting crypto to invest and mature with it, you know, and they understood that with Ethereum you can make a lot of other cryptos and they're tied to it and they're building. There's a great team there, Vitalik leading it also. So that is a great news for Ethereum. Link will be in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe, learn, and share so I can do even more videos like that. Now, Ripple. Ripple president breaks silence on partnership that could boost Ripple adoption. So as you can see here, Ripple expands custody solutions to Africa. You know, Africa and Nigeria and all these, they are too much into cryptocurrency because they need it more than Europe and all these countries. Because, you know, from what I understand it, when it comes to regulation and all this, it's for the high net worth people. They who have the money, this is what they feel. They have the fear mentality, most of them. So they want to have this kind of security. And they get the legalization, the regulations, and then it goes up. Now, when Ripple goes to Africa, now that will be a huge, in my opinion, bull for Ripple at some point once they do this. When they, as you can see, partnering with Absa Bank. So more banks are going to embrace Ripple and use it, and that is a good news. And our great Michael Saylor responds to 7 billion hit strategy holding, where basically he lost 7 billion. That's fine. He made much more. And he's saying, like, be strong. Well, this is the crypto trader mentality. You know, when you don't feel, when you're a long term and a hodler, you know, when it goes down, the price is on sale, you buy. It's a completely different mentality, you know, and you think long term. So I'm with you. We are strong, Michael. Keep on spreading the good education and news. And finally, Ethereum to 5,000 soon, says top analyst. So here we see some group of analysts that they say Ethereum will go to 5K. I believe it's going to go even more, but it does make sense. You saw the recent news I just mentioned. So Ethereum is a really top cryptocurrency, and from these analysts, there's more signs that it will go quite a lot. You know, like 5K from now, like what, 1,500 is gonna go to. This is quite good. So that was a quick news recap. Stay tuned for next week. I'm gonna give you the next news, and Crypto Inspector is out.